Hello friends, welcome to Neat World. In the previous classes we discussed about limits. So we had a elaborate discussion on what limits. So having understood limits in a much proper and comprehensive way, let us now understand what is continuity. Right? When we talk about continuity, you must understand one thing. What is the definition of continuity? Okay, before going into the definition of continuity, let me tell you in simple terms what is continuity. In simple terms, continuity is nothing but, suppose a function f of x is given. If you can represent that function on a graph in such a way that you can draw a curve, or you can draw a curve or anything in a graph, you can represent it in a graph using what? Using, suppose you draw that graph using a pen, without lifting the pen, you can represent that graph. Okay, you can represent that function. Then that function is called continuous. Suppose, for example, here suppose f of x, for this f of x, if I can represent it like this, is the function. This is continuous function because I represented this graph using what? Just with one curve without lifting the pen. Okay, but if I represent another function like this, okay, like this is one function and this is another. Okay, there is a split in the graph. There is a split in the curve. This is continuous function and this is discontinuous. So this is the meaning of continuity. This is the basic definition of continuity. Now when we talk about continuity at a point, so first of all, for continuity the prerequisite is there should be limit. It should have a limit. Till now in limit we learned that there should be LHL and RHL, that is left-handed limit and right-handed limit. Now we will go one step further. Okay, we will go one step further, and that LHL and RHL should be equal to f of that function. Okay, x tends to 0 if we give, LHL and RHL should be equal to f of 0. X tends to a if we give, LHL and RHL should be equal to f of a. Okay, similarly that is what we have written here, limit f of x tends to a minus. A minus is nothing but it is not equal to, x is not equal to minus a. Here x is equal to what? A minus, x tends to a minus means it is coming from left side. Understood? It is x tends to a minus means it is left handed limits. X tends to a plus means it is right handed limits. This is equal to f of a. This is equal to f of a. This is the meaning of continuity. If the function is having left handed limit and right handed limit and they are equal, and that should be equal to f of a, then that function is called continuous function. Till here if it is there, there is limit. Okay, till here whatever you have seen, that means what? There is a limit exists and it has a finite value. Okay, this is limit existing. If this is equal to f of a, if this is equal to f of a, then it is a continuous function. Clear? Okay, limit f of a as x tends to a is equal to f of a, then this is a continuous function. That's it. This is the meaning of continuous function. One step further we will go from limits. So that is why we gave substantial amount of time for learning limits, because then continuity and differentiability becomes very easy. Clear? Now at an interval on a comma b, on a comma closed interval b, continuous at every point. Okay, this we will learn, understand, we will solve the questions. Okay, this is the basic definition of what? Continuity. I hope it is clear. Let us move further. Now I told you for continuous function, left handed limit should be equal to right handed limit, limit should exist and it should be equal to f of that function. Okay, f of x or f of a. Okay, whatever x tends to, that it should be equal to f of that. Okay, now if it is not, then it is called what? It is not a continuous function, or we call it as discontinuous function. That means you draw a curve where you lift the pen and you draw another curve. Okay, the function is represented by such a scenario, that is discontinuous. Then what are the reasons for discontinuity? Okay, one is left limit, that is limit f of x tends to a minus, that is left handed limit is not equal to what? Is not equal to right handed limit. That means what? Limit does not exist. Limit does not exist. When limit itself does not exist, what will happen? No point of talking about continuity. Yes. Okay, when limit itself does not exist, no point of talking about continuity. Next thing, limit f of x as x tends to a minus is equal to limit f of x as x tends to a plus. Okay, but is not equal to f of a. Okay, if left-handed limit and right-handed limits are equal, but they are not equal to f of a, then also it is discontinuous. Then next thing, f of a is not defined. Okay, the function f of a itself is not defined, then also it is discontinuous function. This we will understand better when we solve the example questions. Right, let us start with some questions. Okay, they were given if f of x is equal to x plus lambda, okay, and x less than 0, and 4 if x is equal to 3, x less than 0 not, it is x less than 3, and 3x minus 5 if x is greater than 3, then is continuous at x is equal to 3. Okay, first listen, then we can discuss. Okay, first you listen, then you can ask about the doubts. Now see here, they are asking us to find the lambda is continuous at x is equal to 3. Now this is what left-handed limit, this is right-handed limit, this is the value, that is f of 3 is nothing but equal to 4. F of 3 is equal to 4. So left-handed limit is what? X plus 3. Okay, left-handed limit is x plus lambda. Okay, if x is less than 3 means you have to put x is equal to 3. Here you have to put x is equal to 3. This will be equal to right-handed limit, that is 3x minus 5. That is 3x minus 5. Okay, this will be equal to 4. In this out of these three equations, okay, out of these three elements, you can what? You can equate any two of them. So I will write it as x plus lambda. X I should put what? X is equal to 3. This here it is 3. I will put 3 plus lambda is equal to 4. So I will get lambda is equal to 4 minus 3. I will get it as 1. Okay, the answer is option D, 1. I hope it is clear. Like this we will solve this question. We will equate it to 3 and solve the question. We can note it down later. So simple. Otherwise, if I put x is equal to 3 here, see here, for right-handed limit, if I put x is equal to 3, this will become what? 3 into 3 is 9. Okay, 9 minus 5 is 4. Okay, but you are getting directly 4. Otherwise, x plus lambda, if I equate it to 3x minus 5. Okay, x plus lambda is nothing but what? 3 plus lambda. 3 plus lambda is equal to 3 into 3 is 9. 9 minus 5 is 4. Similarly, here also you will get lambda is equal to 1. Okay, that's it. Alright, let's move to the next question. They have given if f of x is equal to x sin x, where x is greater than 0, less than or equal to pi by 2. Here it is pi by 2 sin pi plus x, where x is greater than pi by 2, less than pi. Here you should understand that the function is splitting here. It is what? It is splitting here at pi by 2, here also it is pi by 2. So this is what? This is LHL. This is RHL. Okay, just listen. This is left-handed limit RHL. Now you have to equate this. If you equate this, you have to see whether it is continuous, discontinuous or something. First, at pi by 2, what is happening? If I put pi by 2, I will get it as left-handed limit. If I put pi by 2, I will get it as pi by 2. I am having what? X sin x. Okay, let me write down x sin x. I am having here. I am having what? First is x sin x. So I can write this down. I am having x sin x. Instead of keeping limit every time, I will write just x sin x. So this will become pi by 2 into sin pi by 2. Okay, sin pi by 2, the value is 1. So this will become pi by 2. Right. Next thing, pi by 2 into sin of pi plus pi x. Sin of pi plus x. This is RHL. This is LHL. This is RHL. This is LHL. And this is RHL. RHL, let me write it as pi by 2 into sin of pi plus pi by 2. Sin of 180 plus theta is coming in third quadrant. So it will be negative. Okay, 180 is nothing but what? It is even multiple of pi by 2. Even multiple of pi by 2, sin will remain sin. So this will become sin of pi plus pi by 2. So this will become equal to pi by 2 into this is minus sin pi by 2. Okay, this will be minus pi by 2 into 1, that is nothing but minus pi by 2. Okay, so here LHL is not equal to RHS, not RHS, sorry, it is RHL. So this is what f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to pi by 2, that is option A. I hope it is clear. Okay, this one you should know, this value you should know, because sin 180 plus theta is coming in third quadrant. As per ASTC rule, third quadrant tan is positive and sin is negative, that's why it is minus pi by 2, this is just pi by 2. Okay, next question. So when we talk about next question, see here, just listen, that the function f of x is given by ln 1 plus 5x by x minus ln 1 plus ax as x is not equal to 0, this is equal to 10 if x is equal to 0. Okay, they are asking is continuous at x is equal to 0, be continuous at x is equal to 0. They are asking a or alpha, whatever it is, they are asking, then alpha is equal to what? Just listen now. See, alpha is in which function? This function. Let me take this function. So 1 plus 5x by x minus ln of 1 plus ax, alpha x. Okay, limit as x tends to 0. Now just listen. So this they are telling it is equal to what? It is equal to 10. They are telling. They have given it is equal to 10. Now what I will do is, see here I am having x I am having, I will split and divide. So this will become what? Limit as x tends to 0 ln 1 plus 5x by x, okay, minus limit, just a minute, limit as x tends to 0 1 plus alpha x by x, this is equal to 10. Just listen. Now I am having 5 here, okay, I am having 5 here, I am having x. So if I divide by x 5, I can multiply by 5. If I divide by, this is alpha x, alpha into x, then I have to multiply by alpha. So this will become alpha into this thing. So this property we have, this logarithmic property says that, suppose you see here limit as x tends to 0, just listen, ln of 1 plus x by x is equal to what? Is equal to 1. This is equal to 1. Correct? No. So this entire thing will become 1. Here also this entire thing will become equal to 1. So we are left with 5 minus alpha is equal to 10. So minus alpha is equal to 10 minus 5 is 5. So alpha is equal to minus 5. Clear? So alpha is equal to minus 5. The answer is minus 5. Clear? This is how you solve the question. So this function, the limit of this function you will equate to this. Much tougher questions we have solved while solving limits. This is such a simple question. So no need to get confused over this. Okay, let us move forward. So look at this. They are asking the values of a and b. These are JMN 2022 question. The values of a and b such that the function f of x, this is the function that is given, is continuous everywhere. They are telling continuous everywhere. So here this is pi by 2. This is LHL is taking it what at what value? Minus pi by 2. Here it is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This is RHL. If we consider this and this will be LHL, this will be RHL. Next, if I consider this and this will be LHL and this will be RHL, right? Now first let me take this, then I will take this. Let us see what value we will get for a and b. So I have what? Minus 2 sin x. So this I can take it as LHL. Directly I can take it minus 2 sin x. If you want, I will write it. See here, limit as x tends to minus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2, this is minus because it is left-handed limits. Okay, I have told you left-handed limit means you will take x tends to a minus, right-handed limit means you will take it as x tends to a plus. But that doesn't mean it is equal to negative of that function. It doesn't mean it is equal to positive of that function. You should be careful. I told you in the beginning of the first class itself. I'll explain when I explain the definition of limits. Right? This is x tends to minus pi by 2 to minus. Okay. This is what the function given is minus 2 sin x. This is equal to RHL. RHL is what? Here RHL is this one. Limit x tends to minus pi by 2 to the power of plus. Not to the power, it is pi by 2 plus. Okay. Then we are having a sin x plus b. Okay. Now if I put the value, what I get? Minus 2. This is sin pi by 2. Sin of minus pi by 2, minus will come out. Because we know that sin of minus theta is minus sin theta. So this will become 2. This will become 2. Directly I am writing. This will be equal to what? A sin x. A sin x is a is minus because sin of minus pi by 2 is minus 1. So a will become a into minus 1 is minus a plus b. So minus a plus b is 2. Okay. I got one equation here. Right. Now let me consider this and this. This and this if I consider, here already I got what? Already I got minus a plus b. Okay, this is what? Minus a plus b, LHL. This LHL is minus a plus b. Now, this limit, this is RHL now. This is RHL for this. I told initially itself, first I will consider this as LHL, then RHL. Then this will become LHL, then RHL. Two equations I get. Because to find a and b, I need two equations. Right? Now, this what I have, this is x tends to pi by 2, not pi by 2, not minus, this is just pi by 2. So this is what? Limit x tends to pi by 2 cos of x. Okay. So this is equal to what? Minus a plus b is equal to what? Cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is equal to what? Cos pi by 2 is equal to 0. So this will be equal to 0. So minus a is equal to minus b. So minus a is equal to minus b. That means what? That means this is what? 2 is equal to minus a minus b. 2 is equal to minus a minus b. Okay, 2 is equal to, instead of minus b I should write it as minus a. So minus a minus a. So this is nothing but minus 2a is equal to 2. That means a is equal to not just 1, it is minus 1. So a is equal to minus 1. If a is equal to minus 1, if minus a is equal to minus a, b, it is nothing but equal to a is equal to b. A is equal to b. That implies b is also equal to minus 1. Let us look at the options. A is equal to minus 1, b is equal to minus 1. Okay, a is equal to minus 1, b will be equal to, let us have a look. Okay, this will be minus a plus b, minus a plus b, right? So minus a plus b is equal to 2. Now here cos of pi by 2, okay, minus a plus b. So this will be limit. I have to take here, for this one I have to take LHL. Here what we did the mistake is, I have to take here, for this LHL I have to take pi by 2. I have to take pi by 2. When I take this LHL at pi by 2, when I take LHL at pi by 2, what will happen? LHL, if I take it pi by 2, I will get it as a sin pi by 2 is 1. So I will get a plus, this is plus b. So this I will get it as what? I will get this as a plus b is equal to 0. Okay, just a minute, this is totally fine. This I will get a plus b is equal to 0. So a is equal to minus b. Okay, a is equal to minus b. So this will, what will happen to this? So a is equal to minus b. So this will become a is equal to minus b, or b is equal to minus a. So this will become, this will remain same. So minus 2a is equal to 2. So this implies a is equal to minus 1. Okay, we got a is equal to minus 1. But what about b? So a is equal to minus 1 means this is minus 1 is equal to minus b. So b is equal to 1. So we got b is equal to 1 and a is equal to minus 1. So the answer is option C. That is a is equal to minus 1 and b is equal to 1. Okay, so here you should be careful. Okay, here while taking LHL, it is at pi by 2. Okay, look at this one and this one, this one and this one. That's it. Yeah. So next question. So find the value of p and q for which the function f of x is equal to given this one. Okay, looking at this, you will think that it's a complex question. Okay, but it's very simple if you know limits. If your basics is strong in limits, definitely it will be very easy to solve. That's why we spent more amount of time solving limits question, because continuity becomes easy. If continuity is easy, then questions based on continuity and differentiability will be easy. Not just differentiation, they will ask questions like if it is continuous but not differentiable, differentiable but not continuous, like that. All these questions will become easy if limits is strong. Okay, now look at this. They have given f of x is equal to sin p plus 1x sin x less than 0. So this is LHL. This is equal to q. Function is equal to q, and this is RHL. Okay, now if I take x tends to 0, let me take it LHL, this limit as x tends to 0. Okay, or this is LHL, no, let me take it x0 only, no problem. So this will be equal to sin of p plus 1 x plus sin x by x. Okay, this is equal to what? This is equal to the given function q. This is equal to the given function q. I am equating it. Limit f of x as x tends to a is equal to f of a. That is what I am writing here. Clear? Now if I put the value of 0, I will get 0 by 0 form. If I get 0 by 0 form, I will use my best friend, that is LH rule. Okay, I will apply LH rule. So this will become what? Sin of something is nothing but cos of something. This something is what? P plus 1 will come out. So P plus 1 into cos of P plus 1 x plus cos x, and derivative of x is 1. So this will be q. Okay, this will be q. Okay, now P plus 1, this is what? Limit as x tends to 0. Limit as x tends to 0. Cos 0 is 1 and cos 0 is 1. So you will have P plus 1, and here also you will have 1 divided by 1 is equal to q. So you will have P plus 2 is equal to q. You got P plus 2 is equal to q. Now let us take this. They are telling this is what? X tends to 0 minus. Now let us take RHL. So this will also be equal to q, right? This will also be equal to q. So let us take this as limit as x tends to 0 plus this, what is it, x plus x square minus square root of x by x to the power of 3 by 2. Here you should be little careful. Look at this, they have given x plus x square minus square root of x or divided by x to the power of 3 by 2. This square root of x, I can write it as what? I can write this as, this entire thing I will write it in this way, because x to the power of 3 by 2 is given. I will write it as x plus x square to the power of 1 by 2 minus x to the power of 1 by 2. Okay, this is what I write. Now in the next step, what I will do is limit as x tends to 0, this is equal to what? This is equal to q. This is also equal to q, this is also equal to q. So here I can take x outside, x I can take common. If I take x common, what I will get? I will get x to the power of 1 by 2 into 1 plus x will be there because I have taken x outside, not x square. I have taken x outside, 1x will remain inside. So this will become to the power of 1 by 2 minus x to the power of 1 by 2. This very important step, x to the power of 3 by 2, I can write it as x into x to the power of 1 by 2. So this I can write it as x into x to the power of 1 by 2 into x. This and this I can cancel. Okay, this and this I can cancel because, okay, just a minute, here I can, yeah, this entire thing I will take it as common. Just a minute, this entire thing I will take it as common. Okay, now you will have what? You will have limit as x tends to 0 plus, this is equal to what? You will have as x tends to 0 plus, you will have 1 plus x to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1, okay, divided by x. Okay, now again you will have, if you put 0, you will have 0 by 0 form. For this I should apply LH rule. If I apply LH rule, what I get? Okay, let us go to the next page. I will get it as 1 by 2 into 1 plus x to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is, 1 by 2 minus 1 is, it is minus half. Okay, divided by derivative of x is nothing but 1. So this entire thing is equal to what? This entire thing is equal to limit as x tends to 0 plus, it is equal to what? It is equal to q. This entire thing is equal to q. Now if I put x is equal to 0, this will become equal to what? This will become equal to what? This entire thing, if I put 0, this entire thing will become equal to what? P will become, this will become 1 by 2 into 1 plus 0 is nothing but 1 itself. So q will be equal to 1 by 2. So we already have p plus 2 is equal to q. P plus 2 is equal to q. So q is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. So p is equal to half minus 2. So p is equal to 1 minus, wait, p is equal to 1 minus 4 by 2, that is minus 3 by 2. P is equal to minus 3 by 2. Clear? P is equal to minus 3 by 2. So what is the answer? P is equal to minus 3 by 2. Okay, options is not there. This is numerical value based question. So the answer is minus 3 by 2. Okay, P is equal to minus 3 by 2 and Q we got it as half. That's it. Simple question. Next question. Okay, they were given in the function f of x is equal to 1 plus mod cos x lambda to the power of cos x. This is x is lying between 0 and pi by 2 mu and e to the power of cot 6x by cot 4x. Okay, JEE Main 2023 question continues at x is equal to pi by 2. Okay, this is little complex question you may feel, but it is simple. We will come back to this after solving some more simpler questions. Okay, we will solve that first. Okay, first because we should know certain properties of continuous function, then we can solve that question. So what are the properties of continuous functions? See, if let f of x and g of x be continuous functions at x is equal to a. Okay, let f of x and g of x be two functions such that they are continuous and both are continuous at x is equal to a. Then if c of f of x is continuous at x is equal to a, then c is a constant. Okay, then what it means is, if f of x is continuous, if you multiply a scalar like c or some constant c into f of x is continuous at x is equal to a, where c is a constant. That is meaning what? If f of x is continuous, if you multiply some constant with that f of x, that function completely will be continuous. Suppose f of x is given, if I multiply 2 times f of x is also continuous. Okay, if f of x is continuous, 2 times f of x is also continuous. Next thing, f of x plus or minus g of x is continuous at x is equal to a. That is, if f of x and g of x are continuous, then their sum or difference, that will also be continuous. Similarly, product will also be continuous at x is equal to a. And similarly, the division f of x by g of x is also continuous at x is equal to a, provided that g of a is not equal to 0. G of a, it becomes equal to 0 means it will run towards infinity. Got it? Next, this composite function f of g and g of f are continuous at x is equal to a. Okay, in sets relation function we will discuss what is composite functions and all. You must have already studied for IPA also. What is invertible function? They will ask composite function. Suppose they will give f of x is equal to 4x plus 3, something like that, and they will ask you to find inverse of that function, right? There you would have learned about what is composite function. So these composite functions are also continuous at x is equal to a. These are the properties of continuous function. Now proceeding further. Okay, so you should remember this list of continuous functions. Okay, certain list of continuous functions, because if they give directly, if you know this directly, you can know it is continuous. First thing is, a constant is given, that is definitely continuous. A polynomial is given, that is also continuous. Modulus function, a rational function, all trigonometric functions are continuous. Then all inverse trigonometric. If trigonometric functions are continuous, its inverse will also be continuous. Because I told you while discussing inverse trigonometry, the curve of trigonometric functions and inverse trigonometric functions are mirror image of each other. Got it? Next, all these functions are continuous on their domain. This is very important. Where they are continuous? On their particular domain. Okay, so this is the meaning of list of continuous functions on their domain. That is very important. This is about the meaning of what? This is about the basics of continuity. Okay, this is about the basics of continuity, and we solved certain questions based on that. Okay, so next we will discuss differentiability and geometrical meaning of differentiability in the upcoming class. Is it clear till here? I hope it is clear. Let's meet in the next session.